All right. Story of the day, just missed opportunities. A bunch of red zone opportunities in the first half. We come away with field goals. Credit to their defense for stopping us, but we had some near misses, and some opportunities down there. Just you wonder what happens, if you can get those points, kind of change the game a little bit that way, and really. So the red zone. Big area for us to really look at to find the finish that we need to get done there. Defensively, third down, they just were able to continue moving the sticks and giving, giving Pat Mahomes and that group, more opportunities. Obviously that makes it really challenging. So just got to tighten some stuff up there. Love the way we finished. Love the way the defense gave us the ball back twice there. We had that 3 and out. The second to last drive, and then we were able to make something happen on the last drive there to go down and tie it up. But we got to finish. We have to. That's got to be the standard for what we do. And we'll go back to it. We'll look at the breakdowns and what those things were, and try to take the next step there.
That being said, you went toe-to-toe with the two-time defending champions and played them to a last-second field goal. I mean, what do you gain out of this game?
Just again to emphasize the execution, the things that showed up well for us, and we've been wanting our pass game to continue to grow and to take steps and progress. And Bryce did a great job of pushing us forward that way, even with Jalen Coker being out today, and David Moore stepped up huge for us in that way. So just continue to find that opportunity right there, and that was working for us in the first half. And second half, we were able to get back to our run game, which we wanted to do. They were played us really aggressive, and they were giving us some pretty tough looks in terms of the run game, and so we took advantage of it a little bit in the pass game there.
Coach, when you talk about the last drive where you scored, what can it do for Bryce as a leader just to take that and go with it and score?
Yeah, it's the whole group, but certainly it's Bryce making the most of his opportunities, and he's making a statement to all of us, and showing us that he can make plays in critical areas and really play within what we're asking him to do, and to extend. He did a great job of extending plays today, which is a huge part of our offense that can really make us, more attacking in that way.
Dave, given what you said just there, are you at a point now where you take the week-to-week label off of Bryce and name him the starter?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to make any statements. He's making it for himself. He's continuing to show us the progress we're looking for, bringing our skill players to life. Xavier played the X position today, so just kudos to Xavier as well, just taking on a new role and finding some success there. A couple plays he'd love to have back, I'm sure. He'll be the first to tell you. But talking about Bryce, it's again, it's the coaching staff, it's his teammates. He's showing us, what he can do when he's out there.
So we can expect him to start next Sunday.
Absolutely.
Coach, going against Andy Reid, future Hall of Famer. What did you learn facing off against him, and what did you gain from this experience?
I mean, just watching him for years and then just to see it firsthand, the patience that he shows and just the right calls to his group of guys, and using different personnels, using the strengths and talents that they have, is really, what I admire the most about Coach Reid, and that he's got a group that just finds a way. They just keep finding a way to win, which is a sign of a great team, and so, but again, I got to look at us. This is about us. It's about taking advantage of red zone opportunities, offensively, and tip the cap to Spags, and that defensive unit, that was able to keep us to field goals early on. So, again, something that we have to continue to grow.
What's the latest you've heard on JT?
JT was discharged from the hospital, so that's good news, but he's still under evaluation, so I don't want to make any, definitive comments about that, but it's certainly a positive sign, that he's coming back here to the facility right now.
It looked like he had movement in his extremities, Dave.
Yes, that all that was true, but just a really scary play. I know if you get a chance to see the replay of it, it was a very scary play for JT, so we'll get more information about that and let you know.
You mentioned that your own missed opportunities in the red zone, but the defense was able to hold that offense, I don't want to say in check, but especially in the red zone, they made some plays late. How impressed were you there?
That was great. I mean, it's handling adversity, but it's what happens in the middle of the field, so we don't give them those ops, but I love that they finished down there, to keep the game close for a while till they got that touchdown before the half on a 3rd and 10. It's a big play, and that's an area where we feel like we can attack them, and make it hard on them. But they were able to come away with a touchdown there, which ended up really being the difference in the game.
said repeatedly how much you wanted to, or the goal is for this team to become us.
Yeah.
How much of that did you see today?
I saw it again. Saw it last week, 2 weeks ago in Germany. It's the style of play. It's the physicality. You see our coverage units just making big hits. We gave up the big return, right off the bat, which really flipped the field. But, defensively, guys working together, and really challenging that offense, and knocking some balls down in the secondary, and 5 sacks. So just continuing to develop different ways to rush the passer. All those things coming to life, and just the explosive elements of our offense, making those plays where we really didn't get to the run game in the first half, but we didn't need to. We were moving the chains, throwing the ball, finding ways. Bryce was finding yards in different ways. So I love all of that. The explosive element is what we've been looking for, and there were certainly some missed stops that we could have taken advantage of as well.
Dave, what are the specific things Bryce is better at now than he was a month ago?
Not to get into anything specific, but it's just all of it. It's just all the things that he continues to grow and take advantage of opportunities and lead. Another great week of practice, in terms of just, pushing the guys and really being the voice out there, all the things. So all those things are stuff that I'm proud about, just the way that he's continuing to grow.
Dave, DJ Wanham seemed to, at least to us, really elevate the defense. In the 2 games that he's played, defenses looked like just simply better. How has he impacted the personality of this defense in your eyes?
He's a pro's pro. The way he prepares, how meticulous he is about his rush plan, just learning the different players he's playing against, and how focused and intentional he is in his practice and preparation, and it shows up on game day. So it's that consistency, and the things that we're growing together, as a group. So and on top of all that, it's just you got Jadeveon on one side and you got DJ on the other, and it's like you start to get more one-on-one opportunities to rush.
What was the mood in the locker room, and what was your message to the guys after this?
I would say a combination of, sick to our stomachs for letting an opportunity get away against a really good team. And then I also think that, the guys can just feel what's happening. We are becoming us. We're becoming a style of football that we want to pride ourselves on. We took care of the football. Defensively, we got after it, but they did a good job of keeping it, and so I think that the guys can feel what we're trying to get done philosophically, and to see we can count on these guys to step in and make their plays week in and week out. And when you can count on stuff, that's when confidence grows. That's when all of that, when you start playing faster, you start playing more together, and connected. And so, again, just mixed emotions in this locker room, but certainly a group that's ready to get back to work.
Dave, you talk about culture a lot, especially with adversity.
Yeah.
You guys give up a bunch of scoring drives. The defense comes back and makes stops. David Moore fills in, does his thing. What are you learning about this team as a like from a vibe standpoint and a culture standpoint right now at this point in the season?
It's the fight. It's the fight in the team, and that's kind of been it's been a signature that I've been leaning on this whole time. And even in some of the games where the scores have been lopsided, you just see finish. You see guys that just keep playing football as long as there's time on the clock. And so, for me, it's all about, like, when you build culture, culture is what you celebrate. It's what you look at and you say, that's us. And you point to those things, and the players understand what that is, what those things are now, and learn how to celebrate it together. And there's just an energy on the sideline, that I can feel that the guys are looking for those things to show up and counting on it, and that's what we got to keep pointing to and have more of.
Dave, you unveiled a couple wrinkles play calling today. There was a play where Brady was out in the route. Did you kind of enjoy the chess match of calling plays against Andy?
Absolutely. That's the thrill for coaches, for all of us, and I think, again, it's the connection with the players, too, that the players get excited when they hear certain things called. You can see their demeanor and all those things come alive. And when you're making first downs and you're able to attack, that's a great feeling for all of us. And so I never look at it as like, going against Coach Reed, was more just like trying to utilize the talents that we have, the players that we have, and trying to be committed to growing those processes.
Bryce's numbers against the blitz were really impressive. What did you see out of that?
I just saw him playing decisive, and it comes with confidence in knowing his guys are going to be where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. And you saw a bunch of back foot throws where he knew somebody was coming open, and the anticipation, all that comes from the chemistry just building over these weeks. So I was really excited to see some of those things come alive.
And how much hope has he given you that he can be a franchise quarterback for you?
That's really far in the future. Right now, I'm looking to just build off of this week, have another solid week of practice, bring the guys back together, and just attack the basics, the fundamentals right now.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank you all.